As soon as he checks in, please.
We need to talk.
Excuse me. I'm trying to get a hold of Clint. He doesn't even know about Drew yet.
Okay, what'd you say to Mel?
I didn't say anything to Mel.
One conversation with you, my husband now thinks I'm a cold-blooded killer.
What?
Did you tell him about the checks?
Not only did I not tell him about the checks, I destroyed them like you asked me to.
Well, you must have said something, because he's now asking me questions, and I don't have the answers.
Dorian, why don't you just tell him the truth?
That's the last thing that I can tell him.
You did hire RJ Gannon to kill Kevin.
That's ridiculous.
Then what are you covering up?
You don't have anything to worry about.
You're darn right I don't, because if you don't tell me what's going on, I'm going to the police.
Oh, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
Drew was my nephew.
Oh, please, you hardly knew him.
Nevertheless.
Cassie's my daughter. My daughter. She was shot.
But she's alive.
Do you actually believe that I could arrange a murder?
I believe that you could arrange World War III if you set your mind to it.
Oh, think whatever you like.
Dorian, I'm serious. I don't want to. Help me out here.
Put it down. Okay. I hired RJ Gannon to follow Kevin and get evidence that he was cheating on my daughter Cassie with Barbara Graham or whomever. Okay, I did not hire him to kill anyone. I simply wanted ammunition so I could put a stop to Cassie's misguided wedding plans.
You used Clint's money to pay RJ to dig up dirt on Clint's own son. Well, that certainly backfired on you, didn't it?
Thank you so much for pointing that out. So now, Commissioner Sykes has decided to pin a crime on me that I did not commit, and even my very own husband is making noises like he thinks I did it. Can you see the predicament I'm in, or do I need to draw you a diagram?
Just tell him the truth.
I've got a better idea. It's you and your big mouth that got me in trouble with Mel. So why don't you just get me out of it?
There's no way I'm responsible for your problems.
You are.
But if I can help you, I will.
Well, we are partners, aren't we?
In art, not crime.
I already told you I hired RJ to follow Kevin, and that's all.
Okay, fine. But are you gonna owe me?
Oh, there's always got to be something in it for you, doesn't there?
Maybe I should just sign up for some classes at the Lord Hayes School of Altruism.
Never mind. Fine, you win, okay? I need your help. I owe you.
What kind of help are you looking for?
Okay. I want you to say nothing more to Mel. All right? You never saw the checks to RJ.
What checks?
Exactly. And now that we've got that settled, I could use your help getting that pit bull Sykes off my case. Now, do you know Congressman Graham?
I know who he is.
Well, I'm sure he's got it in for me now that I've told his dear, darling daughter exactly what I think of her.
Well, I can't imagine that he's too terribly happy with Mel's column at the Banner, either.
Yes. The congressman wants very badly to be a senator, but Mel's determined that he'd be defeated in November, so here's Graham's chance to get back at both of us, get his revenge.
So, he wants a seat in the Senate. Well, you're a very powerful woman. You've got influence, and you got connections. Maybe the man who would be senator just forgot that.
Oh, good thinking. Yes. Okay, I'll speak to you later.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Where are you going? You owe me, remember? And I've got a little problem of my own.
You altered Beau's sperm count test results?
Just a little.
Oh, my.
The point is, I feel awful. Bo just lost his son. Now because of my arts and crafts, he's about to find out that he could never father another child. I did this to get back at Nora?
Petty. And stupid. I mean, really, they're bound to find out the truth eventually. Couples that think they're infertile stop using birth control.
Yes, I know that. Thank you so much for your support.
I never cared very much for Drew, but after what happened to Cassie, I can only imagine how much Bo must be suffering.
Which is why I have to get my hands on those test results. And see, I think it's going to be too late because they went out yesterday and they're probably going to arrive at their house today.
So why don't you get yourself over to Cassie Buchanan and get them back?
Well, you see, that's where I thought that you might come in.
Me? No, I've got my hands full with Graham. But, you know, think about it. With everything Nora and Bo are going through, I doubt they've opened their mail yet.
Yeah, but even so, how am I going to spirit it out of there?
We've both got our hands full, don't we?
Always the mistress of understatement.
Let's look on the bright side, shall we? With everything that's happened so far, what else can go wrong?
Have I mentioned that we've been robbed?
Excuse me. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Mrs. Lord Hayes.
Oh, please call me Dorian.
Oh, very nice to see you.
Thank
My
you.
daughter and I were just having a little father-daughter chat. Family is my #1 priority.
Oh, yes, I'm sure it is. So good to see you, Phoebe.
Yes, no, it's just going.
Oh, not yet.
Yes, I'll go now.
I really hope I wasn't interrupting something.
No, not at all. No, please, won't you join me?
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, no, please, sit down.
I have a little problem. You see, Commissioner Sykes has gotten it into his head that I am somehow involved in that terrible shooting. I mean, it's so appalling. My daughter was one of the victims.
Sykes seems quite convinced that you were involved with the shooting.
That's absurd. That's just as absurd as someone saying you're not going to make the best senator this state has had in a generation.
Well, if elected, I certainly intend to try.
Oh, you will be. And it's certainly not going to hurt your chances if we can get this terrible crime solved. Everybody knows about your connection with the new police commissioner.
Who's well on his way to solving it with the arrest of RJ Gannon.
Gannon has only been charged with possession of a gun.
A gun that killed Officer Buchanan. And Mr. Gannon was also carrying a sizable check from you.
It's not what they think.
He insists you hired him.
I did. To do my catering.
Come now, Mrs. Lord Hayes. You must have been paying for something besides catering.
I asked you to call me Dorian. Yes, I hired him to do the music as well. Congressman, you have a daughter, too. And I know that you would go to any length to protect her.
Oh, yes, I would.
Well, my daughter, Cassie, has a fiancé who cheated on her.
I know. With my daughter, Barbara, in fact.
Not that I blame Barbara. No. Kevin is the guilty party.
So you wanted him shot?
No. I wanted him followed, that's all.
By R.J. Gannon?
Yes.
And you don't want the police to know that?
They might get the wrong impression.
Or it might explain a lot.
Yes. And you know, if the press were to get a hold of the story, it might create the wrong impression. Yes, indeed, it would be dreadful for Barbara, but also it would be very embarrassing and awkward for you, particularly with the election so near.
I see. So you'd like Commissioner Sykes to confine his investigation to R.J. Gannon?
Well, it is too late to keep R.J. out of it.
I think I can use my influence on your behalf if you use your influence on mine.
In what way?
Persuade your reporter husband to endorse my candidacy.